We are streaming live, guys. What's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome to this Wednesday edition of the Crypto Lark live streaming, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome to everyone who is coming along for the party today. So today we got all kinds of fun stuff to talk about. We're going to be talking, of course, about what is the big haps in the market today. Of course, it's actually I'm pretty stoked about the market today because not a lot's happening. Sometimes it's a really good sign, guys. Sometimes that is definitely what you want to see going on. Jawad Saleh, what's up, man? You are first. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party. Christopher, what's up, man? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome to the stream. Harry Balsanya, what's up? Tono C, Aviad, Alexander. Bogdan, what's up, what's up? Walton Chain is on fire. You know, I was looking at that earlier. And I remember back when I made a video about Walton Chain. Let's go down and have a look at Walton and see what's cracking with Walton today. I remember back when I made a video about Walton that it was actually like a day or two before all this China drama happened. And it's pretty crazy because nice. Jordan, what's up? Watching from Wellington. All right. Nice, Jordan. Nice. Beautiful day we're having out here, man. It's awesome and sunny. Raz, unleash the lark. Yeah, Walton is very interesting. Oh, my God. Walton's up to 312. Holy cow. It's gone up massively since I even looked at it earlier. Now, look, back when we talked about Walton, Walton was right around here, like 220 or something like that. And then all the China drama happened. And so we saw a lot of... maybe even back here, it's like 260 or something. Anyway, we saw a lot of China drama happen, and, you know, Walton got all the way down to like, oh man, was it under 87 cents? Oh my God. Oh my God. 20,000 Satoshis for Walton coin. Now, of course, it is back up to 75,000 Satoshis. That is amazing, 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 amazing. Dave, Costa Rica Dave, what's up, what's up? Nitin KH, what about Digibyte? Roz Chu, is the stream up? Should be up. I sold my Walton for $1.66. No. Ah, Jawad, what happened, man? What happened? Did you sell on the way down or just sell on the way back up? That would be the question to ask, I guess. Tacoma, Washington. I think Walton coin is a pump, but we'll see in a bit. I don't know. I don't think Walton coin is a pump and dump. I did a lot of reading through their papers and stuff like this. I feel like they've got the right idea. They can get the right technology going. If they can, they'll have a lot to add to the space. You know, will they be a $100 million plus company? Do they deserve a market cap of 77 million plus? Well, if they do what they say they're going to do, yeah, they're working at some massive logistics guys. You know, and they've got much more than just logistics too. And, you know, moving forward, and there's competition in the space. People like LuxTag, for example, they're not doing exactly the same thing, but nevertheless, they're working on similar projects in a similar space. There is that competition out there, but Alexandre Trottier, yeah, Alexandre Trottier. Walton Coin does have a lot of big names behind them. And, you know, it's an interesting project, guys. Walton is definitely one to keep your eyes on if it goes back down in price. I'm not saying go out and buy Walton for $3.12 or, more importantly, 79,000 Satoshis, which is at the moment. Because, again, even just look back a couple days ago, it was all the way down at 30,000 some Satoshis. And that was just a few days ago, guys. So keep an eye out on that. Is Potcoin a good buy yet? Will Potcoin ever be a good buy is the question, Eric Asen. Honestly, I think but a whale is on board right now. Eric, you know, the marijuana coins, and there's a lot of them, guys. There is a lot of them. Let's just go down here and check out the pot coin. All of these weed coins, and there's literally like a weed coin and a pot coin and a cannabis coin and some other coin talking about weed. Look, I'm not sure that any of these are going to be really successful in any way moving forward. Hourglass, talking about Paragon. Yeah, and then we've got the Paragon ICO, which, to be honest, is the best funded attempt yet at making that happen. And look, I haven't done a lot of research into Paragon, but I just want to say they definitely have got their oh, Paragon lied about the IOTA partnership. Ouch. Ouch, that's pretty serious. That's pretty serious if that is indeed what happened. Look, and I can't comment specifically on Paragon again because I haven't looked into it in any great depth. But these weed coins all suffer from the fact that they're too specific, and they are trying to solve a problem. Like Paragon's trying to solve a problem, but why are they any, Metal is actually a full payment system trying to bring people into the legal world. If you want to talk about investing into something that's going to look at the marijuana industry, then you should look at Metal. Don't look at Potcoin, don't look at Weedcoin, don't look at any of that stuff. Go and investigate Metal. Metal is one of the most interesting projects in that space, right? They're already trying to get out there, make those connections with people in the sort of the underbanked industries like that. And I actually just saw a news report on Al Jazeera today talking about how Uruguay, now for those of you who don't know, Uruguay has legalized the weed, guys. So weed is totally, cannabis, cannabis, I should use the proper term. Cannabis is totally legal in Uruguay. You can walk into a pharmacy and buy it. That is, of course, revolutionary, and I love it. However, American banks are putting pressure on Uruguayan banks and telling them you won't be able to get loans from American banks anymore if you accept money from these marijuana companies. And the marijuana is run by the state. This is the thing. So they're trying to put this in so much of a dilemma for these marijuana companies. Jess, greetings from Florida. What's up? What's up? Mindless Blur, what is happening with Singapore? I don't know, Mindless Blur. Can you put another comment up about that? What's been happening with Singapore? If something is going on, I haven't got the news on that today. But yeah, you look at what's going on with the marijuana, and like actually, they don't need weed coins. They need real-world payment solutions. Payment solutions that are not only compliant, but give them the ability to sort of step over the legal barriers that have been put in front of them. And I think MetalPay gives them that option. Singapore shutting down exchanges. Alexander Trottier. Interesting. I have not looked into that. I'm not going to comment on that right now because I don't know what's going on. I don't want to, be spreading any rumors or FUD or anything like that. So let's just... I'll look into that later, guys. And if that is indeed what's going on, we'll make a video on it. But wow, that would be crazy if that's what happened. Anyway, I'll investigate later, guys. I can't make any good comments on it because I haven't looked into it much yet. Now, if you have a look down the market here, a lot of stuff's just kind of chilling. Litecoin, what are you doing? Come on, man. Back to $100, $100. But if we do go down and have a look here, one of the big winners on the day is gas. Holy cow, up 161%. I am so glad that I am staking my NEO. The crazy thing is gas is $24 and NEO's 26. That's crazy. That is crazy, guys. So that is really, really cool. Who out there is staking their NEO? Who's staking their NEO out there? I think the returns on staking NEO they've been great so far. I haven't checked it in the past week or so, but from what I've been staking, it's been pretty cool. How come gas is just as much as NEO? Have a look here. This is the supply. There are currently only 8.5 million gas in supply, whereas there are 50 million NEO in supply. That answers the question of why one gas is worth so much at the moment. Is it too late to stake my NEO? Absolutely not, Mindless Blur. Get your NEO and get it staking, man. If you don't have it staked yet, get your NEO staking. You're absolutely throwing your money away if you're not staking your NEO. Careful with gas. It can't stay that high. That is true. That is true. I mean, don't buy gas as like a investment platform. It's just, that's something you should be getting and just, getting and generating. Please talk about staking NEO and your experience with it. What's the return like? Oh, I should get that open. I don't know. I'd have to show you my private keys to log in, and I don't want to put that online, guys. But my results so far with NEO have been pretty decent. And again, I haven't looked at it in like a week or 10 days or something, so I can't give you the exact numbers. But if anyone else out there has got a more current number, how much NEO you got staked, and what is your what kind of gas are you getting in return for that? Your one Neo can only generate one gas in the entire lifetime of that time. There you go. You can put your Neo in Binance and get, oh, that's true. Johnson T, thank you very much. That's a good point. There are a couple of exchanges which will give you your gas for holding it on the exchange. Now, you know, I can't recommend going and holding your Neo on the exchange necessarily, guys. We all know that's not, you know, that's not where you should be putting your money, letting it hang out on exchanges. Hopefully we will see Ledger actually get that official official thing. 118 gas will give me 15 gas a year. Hourglass, that's nice. That's nice, isn't it? That's like a little more than a gas a month. So that's what, 25, 30 bucks just for holding your Neo. And guys, we should be holding that Neo. Neo has already, it's at 50% right now of its previous high. And look, Neo's got so much room to run in front of it. Again, like I said, I've got $200 written on the wall. That is what I'm going to be willing to sell my Neo for. So that's how long I'm holding Neo. Not next month, not 2 months from now, not 3 months from now. I'm talking like a year, 2, 3, 4 years from now. Whenever that price hits. And in all that time, it's going to be generating gas, generating gas, generating gas. It's a great, great system. What about AE? Too late to invest. Ah, use Neo Gas Calculator. There you go, Crowtester. I didn't even look at a Neo Gas Calculator. How about that? Are you invested? Han! Are you invested in QTUM? Yeah, I am. I like QTUM. I like QTUM. What is the price to get into Neo? Well, won't be much longer, Lark. So, bitch. Yes, Mindless Blur. You gotta ask, where is that gas going on Bittrex? What is the price to get into Neo? Hydronet Incorporate. Great question. Well, you certainly have probably missed a lot of the great price action to get on Neo. The price to get into Neo was $7 about 2 months ago. But no, we're kidding with that, of course. If you're looking moving forward, what is a good price to get into Neo? Just let's look at some of the price action we've seen only over the past couple of months. Only over the past few weeks. Sorry. We've seen Neo, oh my god, all the way down. It was 50,000 Satoshis, sorry, 500,000 Satoshis, 488,000 Satoshis. Absolutely great level. Now, of course, we're all the way back up now to 680,000 Satoshis, and I think we'll easily see it back up to 1 million Satoshis in the very near future. So look, it's not a bad price to buy in right now on Neo. You can try to be patient. You might pick it up for it'll certainly go back a little bit lower before it takes off, unless the whole market takes off in the very, very near future. But I would not be afraid to buy Neo at 26. But it depends, man. Are you looking at this super long term or what? If you want to try and make a quick buck out of it, well, that I don't know, man. Don't know. But if you want to hold it long term, look, I'll tell you what I've bought Neo for. This will give you guys an insight on my sort of thoughts on it. I bought Neo at $7. I bought Neo at like $13. I bought Neo at like $17, like 21. I think I bought some Neo at like 35, 37, something like that. Because it's, it was on my weekly sort of, top up necessarily. So, when I went in and bought it, rock and roll, man. Rock and roll. Because again, I'm holding it super long term. I'm generating that gas and I'm super happy with it. Walton might be the China blockchain. Crowtester. Walton is, I wouldn't say it's going to be the China blockchain. Raz2, please reply. Is the stream live? I can't see the Crypto Lark. Interesting. Yeah, the stream is live, Raz2. Stream is live. So I don't know. Maybe it's just something you got on your side, Raz2. What is up, Cheddar Man? Good to see you. Shakedown46. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Nice. Thoughts on Blocknet? Haven't looked into it yet. Now, one thing I did want to mention, I've been talking a little bit about potentially going to Bali, guys. I'm still really on the fence about it. I made a video yesterday sort of saying, hey, you guys want to see me do this? Hit me up or not. But I don't know. I think I've just left it a bit too late to try and be able to make it to Bali. I don't know. Stay tuned. I might have a think about it again in a few days and, still try and pop over there. Just a bit, New Zealand's really far away from stuff, guys. I don't know if you guys know this. It's like 10 hours to Bali, let alone. So it's just kind of tricky popping over for a few days. So stay tuned. I may or may not hit that up. But anyway, Still, if you guys want to see me talk to Marco Crone from Genesis Mining, get over here on Twitter, message him at mcrone5, and say, yo, I want to see you sit down with the Crypto Lark. So, Alexander, Lark, what software do you use to record your desktop and webcam? I'm using XSplit. XSplit's fantastic, man. So, you know, if you want to start making your own videos, I was using FFsplit for quite a while, but the screen capture, to be honest, was just never as high quality. So I've switched over. XSplit is really, really great, and I'm using a C922 Logitech camera, and that's really good as well. We got someone talk. Blocknet is one of my bigger positions. It's way ahead of Decred. Been doing atomic swaps for months. Can anyone recommend a good Neo wallet? Yeah, the Neon wallet's fine. You guys check out the Neon wallet. Lark, what is your opinion on the IOTA critiques from Ethereum? I haven't seen the IOTA critiques from Ethereum, Jovan, so I couldn't make a speculation on that at the moment. Anyone like Nexus? I like Nexus, Derek. I like Nexus. I think Nexus is great. It's unfortunate though. Nexus really saw this big run up in anticipation of the conference the other day. I don't know if you guys did you guys see this or not? Let's do Aspen Nexus. They had this big conference over in Aspen. You know, they had Ron Paul and Jeff Berwick and all these sort of these dudes. I think Roger Ver was there as well, and all these different people went over to Aspen and hung out. And look, we had a big run up in the price on Nexus. You guys can see from the chart here. We had this big run up over here. And, you know, we were all the way up here, like, damn, 360. You know, so we've seen a massive retracement since basically the end of the conference downwards. Well, actually, it even went down a little bit before the conference, but nevertheless, we're way back down. But I do like Nexusers. I think it's a really fun project. So, you know, definitely one to keep your eyes on moving forward. If you can mine it, mine it. It's a mineable coin, you know, so that'd be something you go hook your computer up on it and get involved in it. I tried hooking my old laptop up to do it, but to be honest, it's just not powerful enough to be able to deal with it. So I just watched it with Vera and their team. They seem to be motivated and want to solve real world issues. Yeah, Derek, I like Nexus, man. I think it's really cool. I did a video on it. For anyone who hasn't checked out my video on Nexus, go check it out. It's really cool. Price forecast for the end of 2017 for OMG. Hamid. Numbnuts, what's up, man? What's up? Why is Walton Coin pumping so hard the past few days? It's one of those things. Thoughts on ARK as a buy right now for a short-term swing? Daniel Marks, I don't do short-term swings, man. I don't do short-term swings. You know, it's look, if you guys want to get out there and try to play the short-term swing game, that is on you. That is on you. You know, to be honest, it keeps me up at night. I used to do that fun stuff, but you know, I just found it wasn't worth the stress involved in trying to swing stuff back and forth and, you know, capture the margin. If you want to do the big swings, that's easy. You know, there's the easiest calls in the world to make. Like, you know, a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and Bitcoin was just way down. Oh yeah, come in, buy up Bitcoin. But what day will you do the PIVX versus NAV Ball 031? I was looking into it a bit yesterday. Ball 031. I've, you know, it's coming. It's on my list here, man. It's on my list. Sorry I didn't get to it a bit sooner, but that's it. Short-termers, go watch DataDash. Yeah, that's true. That's true. If you guys want some, you know, short-term chart analysis stuff, you know, DataDash is doing a lot of that, and Bite-Size Bitcoin's doing a lot of that, you know. And to be honest, I want to offer something a bit different in, you know, my live streams and just doing chart analysis, guys, you know, because those guys do a lot of it. Those guys do a lot of it, you know. You could watch the same thing 3 times in a row if you want, but that's up to you guys. That's up to you guys. I want to talk about different stuff. I want to talk about the fundamentals of technology. You know, I want to talk about, you know, hey, when stuff is a good buy, but that's for long-term hold. Like I'm talking about, like Neo. You know, it's at $26 today. You might think, oh man, $26. That's kind of the highest it's been in a few weeks. Yeah, but it's not the highest it's been by any means long-term. You know, so like it's great. Buy some Neo now, man. Go out and buy $500 worth of Neo and stake it. Stake it and hold it, guys. That's, you know, again, that just key trading advice. Shorters, people who short, 90% of them lose. If you think you're better than 90% of traders, rock and roll, man. Have fun. China markets closing this week. Do you think it will cause a dip for at least a week? SC2 player 1. That is a really, really great question. What do you think about ARK long term, Avied? ARK long term's got some real potential. Real potential. It's right up there with the key players like Stratus and Lisk, and these guys all have nice long terms as well. But I want to get back to SC2 player 1's question. China markets closing this week. Do you think it causes a dip for at least a week? I think we've seen a lot of the drama happen, but I can imagine that. I think they're closing on what, the 30th, right? 31st. So they're closing in just a couple of days. I think we will see that dip right before it happens, but I think a lot of the money has already, worked its way out, and they've been trying to move. So how do you stake NEO when you have it on Bittrex? Jess Sagalo. Jess, get it off of Bittrex and go download the Neon wallet. Yep, Daniel Marks has got it. Get the Neon wallet, download it, then you go to Bittrex and you send it over to your Neon wallet. Simple as that. It starts staking by itself. That's true, Alexander. Shorting is stressful, but you can make a lot of money. That is true. That is true. If that's what you want to do, you got the time and the patience for it, you rock and roll. I'm nuts. $10, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man. By the way, smash up that like button, guys. Smash up that like button. Get everyone over here. We'll have a nice chat. Yeah, I don't know. It's what is going to happen when China shuts down its exchanges, and what's going to happen in China long term. This is the thing. What is the Chinese government doing? They're crazy. They're crazy. Obviously, it's not going to be some permanent ban. Will it be a year before it comes back? Don't know. Will it be 3 months? I can tell you when it comes back, we're going to see a definite, pop in the price. That is for sure when the Chinese investors come back on a big scale. But man, when you go in and do what you've done to the Chinese markets, shutting down crypto exchanges and all this stuff, that's pretty big. That's pretty big. Raz2, I sold my NEO. No. Oh man, well I hope if you did sell it, you sold it at $50. This is the thing for people who want to do the swing trading. There are some fairly easy swings to make, but even NEO at $50, right? And I think Ethereum is a great example of why swing trading can be really tricky, guys. And I know, look, there's a lot to be said for technical analysis and all that fun stuff, right? But a lot of technical analysis can be wrong. The market's so reactionary to any little thing that can happen. And so, what we saw with Ethereum back in June, right? It was like 20, 30, $40 or whatever. Let's actually have a look at Ethereum here, and we'll actually get a good idea on the exact price here. So let's go back and have a look, because this is such a great case for why the heck you shouldn't try and always swing the market, guys, and you should be investing in stuff long term and trying to really get those long term gains out of things. That's where the biggest money's at, guys. Yeah, Abdul, 27 is a very solid price for NEO. So look at this. There are a lot of people back here in like May, for example, like, oh man, Ethereum's $96, gonna sell that. Okay, gonna buy back in at the dip, $9.89, $90, nice, gonna buy back in. Oh yeah, sweet, it's up to like $120. Nice, $906, I'm gonna sell it, and then I'm gonna buy back in on the next dip. But where was the next dip at? $170. Right? And where was the next dip after that? $260. The dips don't always come back down. At some point, these things realize, some of their massive value potential. And look, Ethereum has been kind of steadily hanging out here around like 0.07 Bitcoin for quite a while. But obviously the dollar value has gone through the roof on it. And so if you look at something like NEO, right? Look, NEO got pretty overheated pretty quickly, right? And if you sold it at $50, you made the right call. You were able to buy back in and get, way more NEO in the long run. But you can't really predict that stuff, guys. I know you might like to try to predict it, but you know, it just, at the end of the day, it's always a bit of a gamble when you're trying to just, you know, ride the swings like that. So something to keep in mind on. Daniel Marks, hodl 75% and swing 25. That is not a bad strategy right there, Daniel. And that is, you know, if you are gonna, you know, be out there, you know, trying to do some swing trades, guys, that is one thing I definitely recommend, is keep it a small percentage of your portfolio. Have you looked into Cobenhood, mining with I'm Red Ryan? Isn't that the one that Jamie Foxx is promoting? I haven't looked into it, mining with I'm Red Robin. But, oh, nice. Raz2, follow me on Twitter. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah. Cobenhood, it's just one of those ones. I don't know. Haven't looked into it. There's so many ICOs going on right now. It's crazy. It is crazy. And, you know, these celebrity endorsements, I don't know if they have any value, you know. Like I said in my video about it the other day, you know, Ashton Kutcher, he seems to be a pretty reasonable dude, but don't just invest in something because he did. That's it. About to sell my my Bitcoins for more Neo. Is that a good call? How long have you had your Bitcoins, Hourglass? I want to make a point there as well, because that's a good question. That's actually a good question. Do you think that Bitcoins doesn't have any long-term value anymore? Why'd you invest in Bitcoins in the first place? I mean, I know old Bitcoins is down a little bit on the week, but, you know, does that mean you need to get out of it? You know, did you believe in Bitcoins when you bought it, or did you buy it as a speculative thing? That would be an interesting question to ask yourself. Did you buy it back here at $1.12 or $1.25, and are you going to be losing nearly half your money now by selling it? These are all interesting things to consider. Look, in general, I can't recommend jumping from coin to coin, and it takes a lot of consideration to make any moves from coin to coin. And so that is something I really want you to stop and think about before you say, I'm going to sell my Bitcoins and go buy Neo. Potentially not a bad call. I think Neo's, I mean, I'm way more excited about Neo than Bitcoins. I will tell you that straight up. And I don't think Bitcoins is a bad project by any means. But I think Neo is a way, way better project. Way, way better project. A lot of excitement behind Neo. A lot of potential for Neo. You know, it's gone up during this video, guys. But Emma Hayes, perhaps sell half your Bitcoins and invest in Neo. Jess Sagalo, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jess. Appreciate it very, very much. But yeah, you got to be careful with coin jumping, guys. This is one of the things, you know, there's always another exciting coin out there. And look, I do coin reviews all the time. And sometimes I see them like, oh man, this is really, really exciting, but I don't invest in it. Because you just can't invest in them all. You only have a limited supply of money, right? And so in that limited supply of money, you can only invest in so much. And again, you got to be investing in the fundamentals here, guys. You got to be investing in things that you really believe in are going to have long-term value. Now, if you're sitting back and having that conversation going, well, you know what? When I invested in Bitcoins, I was really excited about it. I've thought about it for a really long time. I'm just not as excited about it anymore. I want to get out and I want to do something different. Well, that's a different question. If you're just, you know, switching over to Neo because you think Neo is going to pop faster or going to give you quicker returns on your money, I wouldn't suggest doing it, you know. But again, why did you invest in Bitcoins in the first place? Did you get into it because it was something you really liked, or is it something that you thought was just going to go up in value? So, something to think about. Something to think about. Ninja, should I ditch Rise? I watched your review and didn't add to confidence. I wouldn't ditch Rise. I think Rise is a pretty decent project. Pretty decent project indeed, so. Any coins you can buy, just keep for a few years. People trying to get rich in a day just end up losing everything. Well said, Numbnuts. Well said. Thought it could be a reason to go to the masses by seeing a movement. Oh, you bought it at $1.30. You bought it at $1.30. Ouch, Hourglass. That was right at the top. Right at the top. Look, if you think that, you know, you're taking a big loss, big loss, Hourglass, if you get into that, man. So remember, you're taking about what, probably 40-45% loss on that. Shakedown 46, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. If if you get out of it, you're losing about 45% of your money. You gotta think, is Neo gonna give you that back, or is Bitcoin's not gonna do anything in a year, 2 years, 3 years? So how do you feel about proof of space, like what BitTorrent is talking about, using hard drive space versus proof of work or proof of stake? You know, I've read only a little bit about proof of space, so I can't make a good comment on that. The Mo86 sounds like they're spreading themselves thin, but I'm on the fence. I'll hodl on for good times. Hodling for good times. Hodling is a good time. I saw a great infographic over on Twitter, and it's like this guy, he's like, you know, he's like, oh, I got my first Bitcoin, and then it like explodes and starts going all over the place, and it's like, oh my god, what's going on? And then just flies away. Holding on to your coins can be one of the toughest things to do, guys. Oh my gosh. Really, can absolutely be one of the toughest things to do. Long term, you know, if you think, if you really believe in the project, you just gotta, like, I don't know, put it somewhere and walk away from it. If you watch these day-to-day ups and downs, it's, yeah, it's tough, man. Millionaires are investors, not traders. Look at Warren Buffett. Ah, yeah, Warren Buffett is the king of hodlers, man. That guy, that's a great point. Shakedown 46. Any advice on ICOs? I'm not sure I want to get involved. Shakedown 46. That is the right attitude to go into when you're looking at ICOs. By the way, numbnuts, so is Metal involved in medical marijuana industry? No, they're involved in just the payments industry. Just the payments industry. Anyway, any advice on ICOs? My advice on ICOs is be damn careful. A lot of ICOs are rubbish. A lot of ICOs don't deliver on what they say they're going to deliver on. A lot of ICOs ask for way too much money. Why do these ICOs need $100 million, $200 million? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Why didn't they get that money from venture capitalists? Look, I understand the ICO process. I like ICOs. I invested in a couple ICOs, but man, you really, really got to watch out with ICOs. And even in the ICOs that I invest in, I expect I'll probably lose money on one or two of them. That's fine. I get that. ICOs are a damn tricky business because they get way overhyped. You know, you get teams of people like, on my side, what I see that you guys don't see, I'm constantly getting people emailing me, you know, asking me to pump their stuff, you know, to say, hey, you know, make a favorable video about our ICO on your page, and we'll pay you some money, like, you know. And I don't do that, guys. I try to keep it real, and I do review a few ICOs, but just, you know, look around, try and find interesting ones. I actually prefer reviewing just regular coins. It's way easier for my life. What do you think of Icon? And what is a good ICO for October? Well, good October ICOs. Let's talk about those. And Red Pulse, that's right. Red Pulse. Good ICOs for October. Comsa and Red Pulse. And again, you got to go do your own research, man. You know, don't Red Pulse. Red Pulse is one of Neo's first ICOs, so it'll be really exciting for that. That's coming out on the 8th of October. And Combs' webpage is not really wanting to load up, but that's fine. That's fine. Combs' webpage doesn't need to load up. Those are two interesting ICOs that you can go and have a look at. Something for you to think about. Again, do a lot of research. Really, really investigate this stuff before you put any of your money into it, guys. Like, really, some ICOs are amazing, right? Omise Go was like 1,000 times profit or more for people who invested in the ICO and actually held on to it until it's reached its highs now. So there's really a lot of potential in that. Is EOS a sleeping giant? I think EOS is a sleeping giant, and that's something. That's definitely one to watch out for moving forward in the future. Do keep an eye on EOS. I can't really recommend participating in the ICO at this stage. You know, if you do want to get, just keep your life simple and go over and grab some on an exchange. I'd watch for a much lower price than 56 cents, though, to be honest. I think EOS is, I mean, honestly, they're only a third of the way through their sale, guys. Oh yeah, and Power Ledger. Sorry, Jess Sagalow, absolutely Power Ledger. I forgot because they're still going right now. Power Ledger. Power Ledger is an absolutely fantastic project if you're looking for an ICO to look at. But moving forward, ones that are coming up in October becomes the Red Pulse, but Power Ledger is actually going right now. Pink coin. Thoughts on Raiden? Raiden's going to be really interesting. It really, really is. NAM! Registrations are closed for Red Pulse. I don't know. They might be. They might be, Hydronet Incorporated. I got registered ages ago, so I'm not sure if they're closed yet or not. I haven't tried to sign up, so hard to say, man. Hard to say. NEM is the real sleeping giant. I'm serious, guys. Like, NEM is a great blockchain project, and they've got a lot of stuff going on. I know I'm talking about NEM all the time. I just talked with NEM with Tony the other day. That was a really great talk. He's a massive NEM enthusiast as well. Joe Koski, Lark, could you briefly explain how coins and tokens like Civic garner value when they aren't utilized for the platform itself, given that they aren't shares in the company after all? That's true, Joe. That is a good question. Sneak a peek. I'm going to New Zealand. Can I sleep on your couch, please? Oh, that's great. That's great. Send me an email. Why not? So, why do these tokens garner value? Well, part of the reason that something like Civic gets value is like, yes, it's not necessarily a stock in the company, but as that company gains in value, because stocks give you dividends, remember, Civic isn't giving you a dividend, but as that company gains in value, it will go up in value as a speculative tool. Remember, it's just a token, right? It's just a token. Xeem. Oh, it does the shout out. NAM doesn't work with Xam. The best way to buy an altcoin, trade Bitcoin for altcoin. How do you buy altcoin? Use fiat. Annie asks, the best way to buy altcoins. Well, Annie, it depends on your country. It really does. Some exchanges won't let you sign up depending on what country you're in. And you need, of course, to get first Bitcoin or Ethereum. Bitcoin is the most versatile when trying to buy altcoins, although Ethereum does have a lot of pairings as well on exchanges. So it really depends which altcoins you're actually trying to buy. Look, Bittrex is probably one of the most versatile. Poloniex as well is good. I don't use Poloniex anymore. I only use Bittrex for the majority of my stuff. I use Bittrex and Bitfinex these days, Annie. But you can get most of the altcoins on those two sites. Use Binance once in a while, and Liqui.io is actually a fairly new one that is listing a few coins that other people really don't. Thoughts on the Kyber network, saying 50% of the tokens were distributed during the ICO, yet 61% in circulation. Daniel Marks. I'm not sure about that, Daniel. I haven't looked into Kyber network, but that's an interesting concern to bring up. I think everyone knows Kyber network is going to be the big boy in 2019. It might go up to $1,000 a coin within 5 to 10 years. That is a pretty big call. Pretty big call. Control F, let's look at Kyber. $1.81, $1,000 a coin. I don't think it's gonna be $1,000 a coin. That would make it a $200 billion company or something like that. But nevertheless, there's probably a lot of potential. I haven't reviewed it, man. I haven't looked into it in depth. I've only been to the website a few times, so I can't tell you in any great detail. Let's do some price predictions on them. Remember, price predictions are only ever that. Numbnuts asks, could NEM even hit double digits, let alone triple? Look, NEM's got a big circulating supply, so the price per NEM stays relatively low. My price prediction next year, so about this time next year for NEM, is probably around the $2 to $3 mark. And look, that's just a number. I'm just throwing it out. You guys know how predictions work in the crypto space. I could say that NEM's going to be $20 next year. Who the hell knows? But I think a realistic expectation, considering the the uptake that NEM's getting, the ICOs they're getting, the partnerships they're getting, the historical rise in the price, I don't see why we wouldn't be seeing sort of the $2 to $3 mark as a fairly conservative estimate. You know, if the market keeps going the way that it is, we might even see like a $5 NEM at this time next year, but that would definitely be on the upper ends of the estimates. Ken73N asks, why not Poloniex? Explain, please. Well, you know, Ken73, I just heard too many stories about, you know, people losing their money on Poloniex and all these different things. Go to Google and Reddit to look up Poloniex. That is, yeah, that's a good Alexander. There's been a lot of issues with Poloniex. Luis Landaverde, yes, that's right. NEM's got Catapult coming up. I need to do a video on that one of these days. I gotta do a video about that one of these days. But yeah, look, Poloniex has had a lot of issues. A lot of people have lost a lot of money in their wallets. Have had their wallets shut down on them and all this different stuff. And look, I'm not gonna go into great detail about Poloniex, but I just don't use it anymore. I really don't. I was just, you know, I was just hearing way too much bad stuff about it in forums and, you know, over on Steemit and stuff like that. So considering there's so many other exchanges out there, it just wasn't worth the risk. Look, exchanges do shut down. You know, their customer service is pretty shocking over at Poloniex as well. So that's just my 2 cents though. So up to you guys. NEM needs a rebrand. You know, I think NEM does need a rebrand. I could really see that, actually. You know, that's the one thing. I remember, you know, first learning about NEM, going, what the heck is this? Why is it NEM? Why does it not have a name? What's going on here? They couldn't find a name for this. Of course, NEM stood for New Economy Movement back in the day. Now it's just NEM. The emblem itself is a little cartoony, you know. Go pay some designers, guys. Get that updated. Make it look cool and techy, and you know, that would be pretty sweet. But NEM's a great project. You guys know I'm a big NEM fan here, so. What are your thoughts on IOTA? IOTA's great. Look, IOTA's been suffering a lot recently, though, hasn't it? We've seen some big suffering going on from IOTA. And look, IOTA is nowhere near down and out. I know that was it Boston University? I think it was Boston University they partnered with. And they basically asked them, hey, find the holes, guys. And they found the holes, and the market reacted really terribly to that. And we saw a big retraction on the price in IOTA. And look, IOTA was probably a bit overmaxed here at, where was it up to? It was all the way up to like $1.10 or something like that. For a little while there, of course, up to 24,000 Satoshis. Now it's all the way back down to 14,000 Satoshis. I buy crypto based on how cool their logo looks. Willie. I love it. Mark R. IOTA has a flaw in the network. IOTA, look, it needs work on it. It's a new tech. Yeah, huge supply of IOTA. I don't worry about huge supply. It's, you know, if IOTA could easily be $5 or $10 a coin long term, you know, that wouldn't surprise me at all. You know, it's interesting, Willie. You say I love you know, buy cryptos based on the logo. It's probably why a lot of people buy IOTA. Actually, it's got that cool logo, and the tangle sounds so sexy, that tangle. Look, if you actually look at wine, for example, and this it might be a very simplistic comparison, but do you know why most people buy wine? Because of the logo. There are some connoisseurs who know what they're talking about. You know, they go in, they look, and they say, okay, oh, it's this region, oh, it's this year, you know, it's this grape varietal. It's a lot like cryptocurrencies, guys. You know, some people know what they're talking about. Some people do the research. Some people, you know, go that extra step. Some people walk in and go, ah, it's red. I like the label. Let's get it. Tim Vo, check out Kyber. I'll check out Kyber, guys. I'll have to do a review on it. I haven't been. It's been on my list for a while. I'll get to it one of these days. Don't worry. Don't worry. Tony G made it to the live show. What's up? What's up, man? Ubik, probably the best logo in the crypto sphere. That has a reason to get it itself. Yase. Please speak about Red Pulse. Now look, I'll just give you a quick rundown on it. Red Pulse is trying to set up a Steemit-like platform in China, or based, maybe not in China, they've moved out of China, they're based in Hong Kong now, but their focus is on the Chinese market, and they want to incentivize people to sell data to people wanting to invest in the Chinese market, translated all into English, but also in Chinese, of course. And so that is the main deal behind them. They're a Steemit-like platform for data research and data sales on the Chinese markets. It's a pretty interesting idea. Not something I would personally use, but I think it is probably something that is worth investing a little bit of money into. But again, come over here and do your own research. I did a video on Red Pulse. You can check that out. And definitely do a bit more research too. The potential on this has possibly changed quite a bit since all this China drama is going on. So, yeah, have a watch out. Have a watch out. Look at that NIO, Mad Gains. All I want. Yeah, NIO. NIO. We've talked about it a bit on the show today, and it's just been going crazy. Let's talk about the elephant in the top 20, BitConnect. Yeah, the Mo86 channel, BitConnect, is doing fantastically well. Fantastically well. Love it or hate it, BitConnect is definitely here to stick around for a while, and they are definitely doing very, very well. Mark R, gas is going to be $100. Whoa, Tony G farming 1 gas per day. That is some fantastic turnover, isn't it? Isn't it? Damn, right now especially, making 25 bucks a day just staking your NIO. Fantastic. Fantastic. That is awesome. That is absolutely awesome. Staking coins are great. And look, like, Navcoin's great to stake, and PivX is great to stake. NIO's a great staking coin. It's the one unfortunate thing about NEM, actually, is that NEM harvesting kind of sucks. Kind of sucks. I think they need to do a bit of a rebrand, and also maybe have a rethink about the way that they do harvesting. Because basically, right now, harvesting simply benefits the people who got in super early, got NEM for like 1/10 of a cent, bought 1 million NEM or 2 million NEM, and that's it. That's it. Those guys, they make, a few $100 a day harvesting NEM. But if you're one of us who got to the show a bit later, well, then that's a bit trickier, because, if you're buying NEM at 22 cents, you got to buy at least 10,000 just to stake. Right? And that vests over a period of a few months. And once you're finally staked, well, then you can have the potential to harvest blocks. They need some kind of more democratic system. Because as an investor coming in today, I saw one of the guys around me chilling say, hey, I've got like 30,000 NEM or 50,000 NEM or something like that, but I haven't got anything yet. So yeah, it's tricky. I really wish NEM would fix that, because, if you've invested that much and you're staking that much, and especially when other coins offer much better potential for staking, it gets to be a bit tricky, and, it doesn't offer as much for investors. Now, nevertheless, you will get some slowly over time if you are, staking those coins. So, it's just not as big as you'd probably like it to be, and certainly not as profitable as, staking NIO. NEM vs. NIO returns 1 year from now. SC2 Player 1. That's a really tough question to answer, and NIO's potential might not hit as quick because of all the China drama. It really depends, I think, on what happens with China. And look, I know that, NIO can get above that, and they're not just doing ICOs. NIO's got a lot more than that to offer to the world, which I think everyone kind of forgot when all the drama happened, was that, NIO can't do ICOs right now. They will be able to in the future, but they can't do ICOs, so everything's over. No. We're going to see NIO come back better and stronger than ever once, China gets its, gets its crap together and actually puts out a nice proper set of regulations in order to get ICOs going. NIO's absolutely going to take off. Yeah, NIO will be Ethereum-like. Now, by the time NIO hits the price that Ethereum's at now, Ethereum will probably be worth $700. But nevertheless, NIO's got that real potential for that 10x growth. But then so does NEM. I think NEM's got that 10x potential too. just depends, right? You know, you get the same potential growth. It's just that, you know, one gives a bigger dollar value than the other. So I think they're both great projects, and I have both. I hold both. I think they're both great. Neo and Pivx are different coins, not competitors. Tony G, same boat, not getting anything out of NEM. Yeah, staking NEM. Urgh. China will be back with a vengeance, says Jess. Absolutely. China is coming back with a vengeance. If you think that China is not going to get back into cryptocurrencies, wow. It really is. It really, really is. You just have to keep an eye on it. And all these Chinese coins as well. You know, they're, wow. Neo's gone up $1 since we started the show, guys. Up to 28 plus. Damn, yeah, I'm only looking at CoinMarketCap. I should be looking at TradingView actually to see these you know, second to second things here. But yeah, that's it, guys. You know, Neo's got a lot of potential in it. And I know it's really exciting to look and see you know, oh my god, it's going up right now while we're watching and all this stuff, and it's because Neo's got massive potential, guys. Absolutely massive potentials. Ninja, where can I buy NEM? Head over to Bittrex. NEM has such a high circulating token supply, though. Tim Vo. Tim, that is true. That is true. But the potential is the same. Just because there's less Neo and more NEM isn't fundamentally different. You look at the market cap for NEM, for example, and it's higher than the market cap for Neo right now. Well, probably not for long with Neo doing this kind of price action. But nevertheless, you know, it's kind of comparing apples and oranges to an extent, and it's a funny expression to use. But yeah, there's only 50 million Neo, but Neo's also at 27.80 a coin right now. You know, you have to look at that. What is the potential growth of the project, and do you believe in the project? And guys, that's something I'm always mentioning here on my channel and on the show. Do you actually believe in what you're investing in, or are you just investing in because you saw this gone up by 5.29% in the past hour? That's a question you got to ask yourselves, guys. You know, don't just chase the hype. Invest in stuff because it's the good thing to invest in. That is absolutely why, you know, you need to be investing in things. Invest in it because it's great technology. Invest in it because it's got a great team. Invest in it because it's going to change the world. You know, that's why Power Ledger is such an exciting project, because it's going to change the world. It's world-changing technology, guys. It's amazing. Neo's an amazing project because they're bringing, you know, these new smart economy ideas in, and that's fantastic. That's absolutely fantastic. What project is in the top 100 will be dead in a year from now? Asks Cole. Wow, that is a great, great question. Timothy Omburn, I haven't had a chance to look at the Singapore bank situation yet. There will certainly be a decent amount of dead projects within a year. That is the truth, guys. That is the truth. You got to remember, we are in that sort of .com thing right now, where we have so many ICOs coming out. A lot of them are junk. The ones that aren't junk still might get eaten up by the market. The coins that are actually out there now, physically on the market, currently being traded, a lot of those are going to go as well. Tony G, yes, I agree, Waves is good. There will be a lot of losers in the market, but there'll be a lot of winners too. Remember back to the .com and the whole tech thing, and you know, we got eBay and PayPal and all this jazz out of it. Well, you know, you might see a similar thing happen here. You know, but that's why investing in some of these top projects like Neo and NEM and Ethereum, these are some of the big boys. They are really going to be around. A lot of that stuff on the bottom end, you got to realize the speculativeness of some of those, you know, those low caps, right? Something like Sonum, for example. I love it. I think it's a great project. They might fail terribly. Who knows? Who knows? Or they might, you know, be the next big thing next year, for example. It's a bit of a riskier one, right? I tend to put in my investment portfolio a lot of the stuff on the top end. You know, I'm always putting in like Neo and Amise Go, NEM, right? All these different things. Obviously Bitcoin, right? They're sort of the nice, safe, long-term holds. The speculative ones down at the bottom, yeah, you throw a few of those in there too. But that is a great question and a great point. I can't give you the names of which of the projects will be there. So, you know, the top 100 changes on a weekly basis. Some of the ones at the top, you know, have been there for quite a while. Some of them are very new to the show. And, you know, some of them just won't stay very long. You know, you see stuff, they pop up, and then boom, they're gone. They're gone just like that. You know, and it's amazing how fast some of this stuff falls. It's absolutely fascinating. Let's go down here and look around. Who remembers where would happen to old library credits? Where are those guys at? LBRY. Library credits down at 160. Not down and out. You know, they're still got a bit of a decent circulating volume, but you know, they were up in like number 50 or something. Right? Mysterium. Everybody was talking about Mysterium on YouTube. And now Mysterium's way down. Hey, I am not saying that they are down and out. Mysterium might come back like a viral plague or something. But you can't discount the fact on this stuff that there will be a lot of losers in the market, guys. And that is why we diversify our portfolios, right? That is why you don't go all in on Neo, right? Even though if you had gone all in on Neo at $7, you would have made an absolute killing. But you don't go all in, guys. You diversify your portfolio. You know, you get 10, 15, 20 coins. You know, however you want to diversify that, right? But you diversify your portfolio, and it protects you from those losses. Yeah, some will lose, but others are going to hit big time. Neo is going to hit big time, right? PP. Would you say PivX is a keeper? Yeah, PivX is definitely a keeper. It's a very strong player in the privacy coin marketplace. You know, I think you know, Dash may outperform it in the long run, but I think PivX is definitely here to stay, and it's, you know, definitely a very solid project. I like PivX a lot. There is an 18,000 Neo buy order on Bittrex. Oh my god. That is crazy. That is crazy. Jess Sagala, Waves. Waves is a great project. Waves is a great project. PivX is releasing Zero Coin next month. Yeah, I got to do that NAV versus PivX video for you guys here one of these days. Both great projects, of course. Both great projects. I don't understand the purpose of Potcoin, Paragon, Cannabis Coin. If you're not going to buy marijuana with cryptocurrency, why not just do it with Bitcoin? That is a great question. That is why MetalPay is here to solve those exact problems. Is PivX better than NAV? AMFG asks. You'll just have to stay tuned for the video comparison. I'll try and do it for you guys tomorrow. I know I said that in the last live chat, but I'll really try and get around to it tomorrow. It's an interesting video to do, actually, because I like both of those coins. I like both of those coins. Tony G, 20% of my portfolio is on Ripple. Nice. Metal Gear MK3 PP. Well, it's the name of an island in Thailand, man. I love Koh Phi Phi. Koh Phi Phi Island in Thailand. But yeah, PP. What are you gonna do? What do you think of Ripple Lark, Tony G? I can buy a gram for $4 from Aurora Medical Marijuana. What? That's awesome. That's awesome, man. Price of that stuff's gone down, hasn't it? Look, NAV is great. It's got great staking potential, and I really hope to get to sit down with those guys soon. They messaged me. They said they're really keen to have a sit down. I might fly up to Auckland, actually, and, you know, just go sit down with them one afternoon and, you know, talk to them, and that'd be really, really cool. Metal would be the non-scam version of Potcoin, Daniel Marks. Yeah, Daniel Marks. You know, the thing is with Metal is and this is one thing. When I talked to Marshall Hayner the other day, one thing that he really wanted to stress is like, look, yes, Metal will be used for the cannabis industry, but that is not all that we do. We have so much more potential. We want to be, you know, a major player in bringing cryptocurrencies to the mainstream, and so that is something to keep an eye on. Definitely Metal's one to keep an eye on. Yes, Jess Sagalo, the beach. That is exactly where, you know, Koh Phi Phi Island is. Have you guys ever seen that Leonardo DiCaprio film? I love that film. I feel like when I was going to Thailand back in the early 2000s, you know, that film was just playing like on like auto loop in like every cafe and bar you went into. And then of course, you know, you have to go to Koh Phi Phi Island, you know, live that out, you know, chase around the girls and, you know, go get drunk on the beach and all that stuff. And Jess Sagalo, love my cannabis more than Bitcoins. Nice. Nice. Fantastic. Just got here. I moved everything into Neo last week, which had a nice run up. I wasn't expecting it to be this good. I just thought it would run up leading to the Red Pulse ICO. Whew, Ryan, he went all in, man. Be careful. Be careful. I know Neo's doing really good right now, but just, you know, hey, there you go. And PP is from Thailand. See, I told you guys. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, was it Sawadee Cup? Sawadee Cup. Nice. Yeah, like I said, man, be careful about putting all your eggs in one basket. You know what they always say in the investment space, man. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. I know you're winning on it right now, but you know, diverse that portfolio a little bit. Don't sell your Neo, but diverse that portfolio a little bit on your next buy. Everyone can help promotion by asking when paying for anything if they accept Bitcoin. That is a great one, Daniel Marks. That is an absolute great one. You know, it's one thing that you know, next time I go out traveling around a bit or something, really just want to do, and you know, go everywhere and just ask everybody, hey, what do you think about Bitcoin? Do you take Bitcoin? Do you take Bitcoin? Why not? Why don't you take Bitcoin? There you go. What do you think of the BitIndy IC? I have no idea. I haven't looked at it, man. Haven't looked at it. Anyway, guys, you know what time it is. It is time for that long live the blockchain action, guys. It has been so great having a chat with everybody today. Smash that like button up before you get out of here, guys. We'll get the message off across to everyone else. Thank you so much for tuning into the live stream. I really appreciate everyone coming out, asking amazing questions, you know, watching the price action on Neo just pop up. We'll have to bring up TradingView next time. We'll keep an eye on things like that a bit closer during the chat. It's really exciting actually watching these things you know, pop like they do. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Long live blockchain, and peace out till next time.